Hey everybody, you're very welcome back to In Forest and Lands. I'm Joe Price, Wilderness Living Skills Instructor, and behind the camera at a very far distance is Ida Olsen.
Hello everyone!
Those telephoto lenses. We're out today just shooting some stuff in the woods, but after our tarp video I got some questions from beginners, and I'm always here to answer those questions, is what tent stakes are the best. Now, I have a bunch of tent stakes here. I've had them for a very long time, and what I think is the best may actually be a surprise to some, but I'm going to start from what my opinion is the worst tent stakes to be purchasing up to what is the best. So the worst tent stakes to purchase in my opinion are the crochet knitting needle style tent stakes. These are everything I hate about a tent stake. The reason why I carry them is because it allows me to teach navigational exercises and a good teaching aid. But these are small and they go into the ground, and because of their shape, they don't like to catch on the materials that you have in your guy outs, your tent tie outs and your tarp tie outs. And because they're straight, even if you put them in at this angle, any type of pressure, whoof, they're out of the ground. They don't have the length. The next one is the one that you see all the time when you buy your tarps or you buy something from a store. You get these generic kind of overhook or large or wide mouth hooked tent stakes. No matter what shape these are, whether they're completely round or hexagonal, these are probably the most infuriating. You're going to need to visit church for all the swearing and cussing you're going to do in the woods when you use these, because when they go into the ground, yes, they got this wide mouth hook for to catch on your tarp tie outs and your tent tie outs, but no matter how much I find, once your tarp flexes, these will rotate and whoosh, your tarp is just flapping in the wind, you're again cussing, it's a bad time in the woods and you got to get square with Jesus. The next one that you find most people use is the MSR groundhog. Now, it's called the MSR groundhog, but this is a very generic type of tent stake. You can see these blue ones here from Lesovic. This is about all right and what most people carry. People carry it because it's small enough to be traveled around with in pouches, but what I hate the most about these tent stakes is this tiny catchment area for your tie outs and your tarps and your string. One, it just pops out constantly all the time. It is razor sharp, so it will in windy conditions start to tear your tarp up and tear your tent up. It has this metal bit on the top here because these are an all metal construction, so you can't hit these with the back of your axe. You have to hit them with a stick. They tend to chew apart the sticks because of the shape that's in the top of them. And if you're wearing your Vivo Bareputs or your sandals or your Captain Crocs around camp, these tend to come straight through and will puncture your foot so fast it's not fun at all. They will mark your boots. So okay, it's an upgrade to the round stake, but it's not the best one in my opinion. But what is the best one, I hear you ask? Well, the best one in my opinion is these bad boys. These are just from Coleman's. You can get them anywhere. These are ABS plastic tent stakes, and they are everything I love about a tent stake in the woods. They are good and they are strong. They got this beautiful catchment area that you can tread into the tie out. It catches up in here. It's not sharp, so it's not going to cut them. It has an eyelet on it for some string so you can pull it out. It's made of plastic so you can hit it with your axe or you can hit it with your hammer. It's got a big square section on the top of it so you can stand on it without turning your foot into some form of stigmata, Nosferatu kind of moment. It's got this large flat area at the back because, like in my tarp video, I talk about how you're supposed to drive tent stakes into the ground at an angle. So when you put this in at an angle, it's not going to rotate and your tent ain't going to pop off in the winds. It has this huge flat area here that fights against the ground all the time and is conducive to actually helping tighten up your tarp. And also these big hooks, yes, they mightn't all fit in an ultralight pouch, but I carry molly on me all the time and I just stick them in the front of the molly. They're easy to grasp when I want to put my tarp up in bad weather conditions. They're the cheapest and most prevalent on the market. They have a secondary use too, that if for some strange reason you find yourself in a survival situation where you need a tent stake to start a fire, you can scrape off the plastic on this and hit it with a ferro rod. But in my opinion, if you're in a survival situation where you need a tent stake to start a fire, you're in a survival situation that a tent stake ain't going to fix. But they're my favorite tent stakes that I use out and about, cheapest chips. I've had them the longest time. Can't go wrong. One hit and done. So till the next video, from me and Ida, Slán, peace.